Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Lost Ark, and actually also my last video of Lost Ark. So as you maybe have seen on my channel, I haven't been doing Lost Ark content for probably now, what is it saying, that's actually 2 weeks ago. And that's been a reason for that. I've been playing the game for about 200 hours or something like that. I've been completing tier 1, been half the way to tier 3, and done I guess all the basic stuff in the game. So I would say my experience has been completed, and definitely the $100 I used on my founder pack has been valued. Still 200 hours for $100, that's pretty worth it, even though you didn't have to buy it. It's just me who liked skins. But I have to admit that I've actually been burnt out on Lost Ark. I'm not going to continue playing the game anymore, but I would like to make this video telling what I liked about the game and what I don't like about the game. And I'm honored and amazed that so many people has been subscribing me since I started doing content about Lost Ark. And I know this video, maybe all of you is gonna unsubscribe again, and that's how it is. You subscribe because you like my guides for Lost Ark and maybe enjoyed my Lost Ark streams, but I just can't play the game anymore. It's no, I just can't. But still, getting 2,000 subscribers just for doing content about this game has been amazing. It's been a really fun journey. I enjoyed it. I really appreciate all of you. But things as it is looks right now, it's just but instead of just rambling, I would like to go through steps on why I don't like the game and why I actually like some of the things in the game. To be a bit positive, I'm going to start with the things that I liked. So first of all, the story in this game was amazing. I had some times where I actually really enjoyed the story, really enjoyed listening to it, and I even got teary at a time. I don't want to tell about it because I could possibly spoil for someone. The leveling experience from 1 to 50, it was also super amazing. I could easily do it again. Like, the whole leveling experience is so good in this game, so definitely thumbs up for that one. But again, that's like the story. The leveling experience is like a one-timer. It's a thing you complete, and then the fun from that part is gonna disappear. The journey from tier 1 to tier 2 was actually also pretty fun. The grind, I liked it. It was not like hardcore. It was like nice. It was like, I enjoyed it. I enjoy also in content you don't need a tank, healer, or stuff like that. Of course, it's appreciated to have, support in your team, but it's not like needed. So it's, I like this no Trinity stuff like they have in Guild Wars and other games. I enjoy the classes in the game. The classes definitely had a lot of different possibilities. And also I enjoy the in-game dungeon and raids, like the content itself, not like the in-game itself, but more like the dungeon and raids, like those, like specific, like the cube, chaos dungeon, guardian raids. The concept itself was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. But now you're probably thinking, well, what about the you don't like list? Well, it's a bit longer. It is. First of all, the honing system, I hate it. You see, I'm a World of Warcraft player. I have been playing World of Warcraft since I was able to walk, almost. So World of Warcraft is just in my blood. And going from a game where you don't have to hone gear, but you basically go, you find your gear drops on raids. Sometimes I know you don't get your drop, but you don't feel sad about not getting your drop because you're just gonna do it again. But this honing system, seeing that it tells you on the screen you failed, you just farmed materials for 3 hours and it failed. Like, if I raided 3 hours in a raid, I don't get mad because I enjoyed doing the raid. But seeing this honing system failing on my face 5 times in a row is just like, I could literally throw my PC out of the window and scream at the same time. I hate it so much. The journey from tier 2 to tier 3 is grindy. It's actually quite grindy. I have no problem doing grinding in MMOs. Like, trust me, I've been grinding. But I don't know, for some reason the grind feels very repetitive. I can't say why, but it's just like, it's probably also the next topic, which is daily reset. Like, first of all, when I heard about Lost Ark and I heard about its daily reset instead of weekly reset, like, you know, Final Fantasy World of Warcraft have weekly reset for most of their content. Where in Lost Ark you have mostly daily. I know you also have some weekly resets, but most of the content is like daily basis. So having to do your guardian raids, cast dungeons every single day is really killing me. It really makes the game feel like a job. In WoW, I can like understand that I have to one time a week I have to go in and do my plus 15 mythic key, or in Final Fantasy I had to go in and do my raid, and you can plan it with your friends on which day in the week you're gonna do it. But in this game, you have to log in every day and do your guardian raids, your cast dungeon. And if you really want to min-max, you have to log in on all your 6 characters and do it and send materials to your main. It's like, it's eating me from the inside. It's really eating me from the inside. I just I feel like almost I got stressed from it. Like, really, like the day I stopped playing Lost Ark and I really decided that I'm not going to play this game anymore, it felt like a big relief in my body. It's like, now I can relax and don't have to think about all these things anymore. Like, it's like, it literally felt like a second job that I had to, you know, maintain, or else, you know, something bad would happen. But again, that's things that's things I literally put inside my head, because nothing bad is going to happen. It's not a race. But still, the game make me feel like that. Also, if we go to the more open worldish, I don't enjoy the open world. Like, I see no reason to run around in the open world once you finish the game. Like in other MMOs, it's fun to, you know, fly and run around in the world and explore and look around. But in Lost Ark, because of the isometric camera and just how small the maps are, there's like no, it's not fun going back to map you have been on before. Where in other MMOs, where it's a big beautiful world from third person, like you see from behind your character, it's always enjoyable to go around because it looks so good. But in this game, it's like going back to a map you have been on before. It's like, oh, not again. So yeah. And I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, but number 5 on islands, I hate islands. Actually, I should have put in islands and sailing. I hate sailing. The sailing and islands in this game is horrible. I hate it. Not because it's bad design, not because the developer did anything bad, but the thing is that they kind of force me to go out on islands to get a lot of material so I can upgrade my gear, but I don't enjoy doing islands. I don't care about the stories on the islands. I hated the quest where I had that guy sitting at the piano in the top of the lighthouse, firehouse. I don't remember the English word, and you had to keep telling him to play his freaking piano. That quest was so long, and the seagull island, where you had to like basically help 10 birds. I mean, it was like, who the hell made this? It's like, and again, I'm not disliking the game. I'm not disliking the developers of the game. I'm more saying that for me, it was not enjoyable. I hated every single minute on the water and on islands. Like, I just want to stay in the main city and do in-game content, queue up for in-game content and stuff like that. But they forcing me going out sailing. It's like, no. And I see a lot of people that are like, oh, sailing in this game is amazing. I love sailing around, going to islands. And I'm like, no, it's awful. So I definitely see that as a reason for why this game is not for me. Because I see a lot of things people they love about this game. And I'm always like, no, I don't like that. Yeah, going to the next topic. So we also have skins. And the skins in this game is cool, but I think Amazon, they screwed up, like big time. By releasing only like 1 or 2 skins at every month or second month in the skin shop, is like, do you want everyone to look like the same? I know they're really trying to milk the game and get the most money out of the game as possible, but come on. I mean, the thing is, in an MMO, you have to get connected to your character. You have to feel related to your character to love the game, like I do when I play, let's say, World of Warcraft, because I can transmorph my character to look exactly like I want. So I really feel like, yeah, this is me. But in this game, it's like you can only use the skins you buy from, you know, crystals or royal crystals or the blue diamonds, whatever they call. And I mean, that's fine. That's actually fine with me that you have to buy skins from the shop. I mean, that's how it is. But that they only release 1 or 2 skins at a time in the shop is like, no. Because everyone, when they released that Dark Omen skin, everyone used it because it was the only new skin in the shop. If they released like 5 skins in the shop at a time, there would be different skins being used. But because it was only that single skin they released, it's just like everyone is having this skin. And it reminds me of Fortnite when they release a new skin that is free. The next 10 games you're doing, everyone has that skin on. So you're like, oh, yeah, okay. So, but that's fine for a shooter. But in an MMO, you want to feel like this is my skin. And it doesn't matter, you're going to see a few people using the same skin. But when you only release the same skin, one skin in the shop, and people can only use that armor to basically change your transmog, it's like, So, and again, I love the skin system in the game, kinda. I better like transmog or glamour from Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft, because you can use items. That would be better, but the skin system they have is fine. But it would be cool if they release, like, if you go on the Korean server and you go to the skin shop, there's like 20 different skins you can buy, which makes sure that everyone looks different. But here they're like, nah, everyone is going to buy the same skin. And it's like, I basically feel like my character is a container I'm just moving around. It's like a pixel I'm moving around, which I don't care about because I look like everyone else in the game. So, you get my point. 7 point is Stronghold. I'm not even gonna comment on this. I just hate the whole system of Stronghold. The whole thing that I have to go to my island and set up upgrades. I mean, there's a reason I don't play mobile games like that, where you have to upgrade your castle and send out patrols and come back in 10 hours. And that's the reason I don't play mobile games. But basically, that whole Stronghold system feels like one big mobile game, and I hate it. And again, it's probably a cool game design, and I see a lot of big content creators loving the system, and I'm like, no, it feels like a mobile game. So I don't enjoy it, and I don't want to play a mobile game while I'm playing PC games. So, no. So, Stronghold, big no for me. And sadly, the game kind of requires you to do Stronghold, so another bummer for me. Talking about the roadmap, I'm not very happy about the roadmap, because basically they're gonna release a new hero, it looks like every month. So in next month, in April, we're gonna get the Destroyer, and then in May we're gonna get the Arcana, and who knows, maybe they're gonna take a break again then from releasing new heroes. And it's like, they maybe have a lot of work they have to do in each of the classes, but still, it's like, people, they really want to play the main. But Amazon, they're like, oh, if we're waiting with releasing them over 12 months, then more people will come back every month. And I'm sorry, I don't think it works like that, because if you have, let's say someone want to play Reaper, but he finds out he have to wait 6 months before he can play his class, he's gonna quit. And what happens 6 months when you release the Reaper? Do you think he's gonna come back after 6 months? Probably no. And that's how I look at it. But maybe, maybe Amazon's way is better. They're like, hey, the Reaper's coming in 8 months, and then we get all the Reaper players back in 8 months. We will see so much money by doing this. And I'm like, I don't think that's how it works. But still, I'm not a marketing guy, so I don't know if that's actually how it works. I'm just saying, I don't like the way they are treating with creating new classes. So yeah, it's like, just give them to us. Yeah, just give it to us. Like, release 2 or 3 every month or something like that. I mean, that's how I look at it. Very shortly, I've tried a bit of the PvP, both the arena. I also tried the 6 versus 6 co-op map. And I don't like it. It's very CC strong. Like, it's very who can do the best combo and basically CC someone in the entire game. And I don't like that. It's like, and of course it's competitive and it's skill based because you need to know your combos and how to stun people and just let them fly in the air all the time while you kill them. But for some reason I just don't click with it. Normally I like PvP. I enjoy a game in League of Legends. I enjoy a game in Dota and Heroes of Storm. But this CC combo thing they are doing, no. So I just avoided PvP. The 10th topic is guild. So normally when you play with a guild, it feels like you're forced to do stuff together. And I know they have this guild versus environment and guild versus players. So basically guild versus guild. But I don't think it's released yet on our server, or else I just don't know about it yet, because everyone in my guild believed that it wasn't out yet. So if it is, then it's on my. But basically I feel like there was no reason to actually be in a guild, if you know what... Well, that's wrong said. I felt like the only reason to be in a guild was to getting those bloodstones so you can buy upgrade materials. I literally felt like the game had it's pushing you no way to play together. Because you can do all the content in the game by finding random groups. So what's the point of having the guild? Normally in World of Warcraft you enjoy doing raids with your guild, because random raids can be hard. But in this game I kind of managed to do all the things with random groups. So it's like the game is not pushing you to play with your guild. So my guild ended up being just a lot of people online donating their silver, helping with research, doing all the good stuff. But yeah, it wasn't motivating any of the people in the guild to play with each other, because normally you only needed 4 people and you always had your 3 friends you could play with. So yeah. 11th topic is Una's tasks, and I enjoy daily quests, but for some reason I just felt that this Una's task system was just off trade. I can't really comment on it. I just don't like. Well, I guess it's the thing, like the screen is trying to like really motivate you to skip and use one of your task tickets or use crystals, and if you don't have enough crystals, then you use a bit more money. So I just felt like the whole system was like kind of like trying to like like come over here and skip it, give us some money and skip it. It's, yeah, I don't know. Una's task just leaves a bad taste in my mouth for some reason. Also the dyeing system they have in the game, where basically you can change color on some of your armors, is really weird, because it's only some of the skins you can change like the color on. So I had like 2 skins I could change. I had like 5 skins in the game, and 2 of them I could change color on and 3 of them I couldn't. So it's like, why having a half I know what they're doing, because they basically sell different skins in different colors, and then of course it doesn't make sense that you can change the color, because then the whole aspect gets defeated. But then I kind of feel like they shouldn't have added the dyeing system if they don't want to. It's just like, they both, at the same time they want to sell skins in different colors, but at the same time some of the skins they just want to sell in one color, and then you can change the color all the time. But changing the color of your skins was painful, because you needed this material which you could get for money, or the blue crystals, and I was like, no, okay, no mind. And then thirdly, well, 13ly, and of course that's the thing that helped my YouTube channel to kind of get like a lot of attention from Lost Ark, because the learning curve in this game is so high. Like, I felt like this was the first MMO where I had to actually go on YouTube. I'm seriously, this is the first MMO where I had to go on the internet and search for how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. Like the whole engraving system. I think that's probably one of my most watched movies for Lost Ark. Let me see here. That's actually yeah, Ability Stone. The Ability Stone is my most watched Lost Ark video because people just didn't get it. And I mean, that's fine, they have advanced systems. But the learning curve in this game is so big, so I think a lot of people is getting lost trying it. And that's how it is. If you really want to play the game, you have to learn, you have to sit down and read and learn it. That's fine, I was fine with that. But I'm just saying that the learning curve is maybe a bit too high in this game. It's like they're throwing a bit too many systems at you at once, and it probably was easier when it was only tier 1 in the old days when they released the game at first, where people only had to think about one tier and not much content. But now it can maybe be a bit overwhelming for people, but it's not the reason why, like, you can say I stop. But basically what you see behind me is like the things I like, the things I don't like, and I'm just not gonna say like in overall it's a fine game. I liked it, I really enjoyed it for 200 hours, but I don't see myself playing it anymore. It's like, no. And without the game, I even feel more, I don't know, less stressful, less stressed. It's like, yeah, I don't know, but the game just felt like a job for me. But without playing the game now, I feel more relieved. I don't know. So, if anyone is still watching till this last minute, 21 minutes, it's a long video, but I know that I need to get open my heart and tell you all about it. But basically, let me know in the comments. We got interrupted. So, let me know in the comments if anyone else, are you still playing the game? Are you not playing it anymore? Let me know why you're playing it. Let me know why you're not playing it. I'm keen to know. Please let me know. And for all the people who subscribe to me, all the 2,000 people, new subscribers for joining me on Lost Ark, thank you so much. You've been amazing, and of course also all my existing subscribers. Thank you everyone so much. It's been an amazing journey, but my journey in Lost Ark is over. I'm done, and I'm going to seek for a new adventure in another game now. So thank you so much everyone. My channel is not dead. My channel will continue from today. I'm starting doing content again, but it's not going to be a lot about Lost Ark. So I know a lot of you is going to unsubscribe because you're not interested in other content at the moment. You only just want to watch Lost Ark. That's fine. Thank you so much for being here, and maybe I'll see you again in the future if we, find a game we both like again. But else, for everyone staying, thank you so much, and let's see what I have in store for you next. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me in the whole Lost Ark journey, and good luck to Lost Ark on the market. And well, thanks for entertaining me for 200 hours.